Hello, critters. So you finished The Legend of Vox Machina and you're craving more, right? You think, I know, I'll go watch the original campaign.
Excellent idea. Until you hit play on episode 1 and two things smack you in the face. The questionable sound quality and the 3 to 4 hour runtime. Yikes.
Don't worry, we've got you. We're diving into the chaos so you don't have to. We'll sacrifice our ears and our evenings to bring you the recaps, highlights, and all of the behind-the-scene magic you crave.
Welcome to Vox Rewatch.
Because the past deserves a second look.
With better audio. We're just a bunch of longtime friends and proud critters who love the chaos, the characters, and the wild ride of storytelling. Join us as we dive back into it all with lots of laughs, way too many theories, and probably some tears too.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Connie.
And I'm Eric. This podcast is part of Tabletop Tether, our nerdy little home for TTRPG content, deep dives, and unapologetic fan joy. Just so we're clear, Vox Rewatch is an unofficial fan podcast and isn't affiliated with or endorsed by Critical Role in any way.
Separated from the rest of Vox Machina and forced to prove themselves to the Slayer's take, Vax, Keyleth, and Tiberius find themselves teamed with two unlikely allies, the gruff dwarf Thorbir and the mysterious cleric Kashaw Vesh. Their trial? Hunt down a deadly Rakshasa lurking somewhere within the ancient city of Vasselheim. What begins as a simple monster hunt quickly turns into a tense investigation through the city's shadowy districts, where rumors of brutal murders, powerful nobles, and hidden agendas point toward a threat far more dangerous than anyone expected. As clues lead the group deeper into the decadent Velvet Cabaret, suspicions mount, identities are questioned, and hunters discover that their prey may have been hiding in plain sight all along. With deception around every corner and a fiendish enemy pulling strings from the darkness, the team must race to uncover the truth before their quarry slips away once again. Mysteries deepen, alliances are tested, and the Trial of the Take takes a deadly turn in episode 20. Trial of the Take, part 3. Let's go. Yeah, and I don't even have a problem with the fact that I messed that up because everybody was messing that up on the episode.
They all were, and we'll get to that. But let's pull back a little bit.
Yes.
With them at the beginning, which was kind of them all having breakfast or eating or kind of hanging out before they went back to the Slayer's Take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, I remember Keyleth was laughing because somebody offered them drinks. She's like, "Oh, we're doing this right now, this early? Okay, let's go."
So Tiberius sees the mood that Vax is in because he's missing his sister for all of 2 minutes or whatever it was at this point.
Right.
This is right after they parted ways, and he ordered drinks for the two of them. And there was talk of grieving and like, it's only been 2 minutes, but he's grieving. Let me deal with my grief. And everyone's like, oh, that's harsh. She's not dead. He just wants to get this done and over with. And he's not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Keyleth got to day drink, start early.
I did find it really funny that there was a heated discussion over who had the flying carpet, and Matt managed to convince both tables that the other table had the flying carpet.
He just didn't want to deal with it.
Well, he rolled something too.
Yeah, I think
He rolled on that.
Was Travis actually there and not playing, or was somebody off camera doing a really great Grog impression? Because somebody off camera was talking as Grog, saying
No, that was Liam.
Okay.
Because he would do this and he'd be like,
that's why
he does a really good Grog. Really so good. Yeah.
Because I was watching that on my phone and I was like,
This was one of the few that I got to watch almost the entirety of, and because it wasn't the podcast version, I got to see the bits at the beginning and the middle and the end where it was like actually out of character, actually talking about events and things and announcements. And there was some cool Wil Wheaton like interactions in there during those little pieces. I think he kept Liam from using the restroom, and so Liam was late getting back after the break.
And then they all
because he was just talking his ear off. Yeah. The awkward stare.
But we're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yes, there's a lot going on. A lot going on before we even get to that.
So I think that this might hold the world record as the world's grumpiest table that has ever played. In addition to Keyleth, who is she always like that?
Yeah.
Is that what people really think about me? I love that line.
Yeah, Tiberius snaps at multiple people and basically calls the rest of the team peasants. The newbies that they meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
He does not set a good impression for everyone.
No.
I did enjoy the introductions for each of the characters of getting to see Kashaw, played by Will Friedle, coming on in, having a grand old time. And like I love how in the previous group, they come in and have these glorious descriptions. He's like, I'm here, I'm Kashaw, I'm angry, don't talk about it. Yeah. And then eventually later he kind of talks himself through. And then, Wil Wheaton gets to be presented and he's like, Where's the group? They're right there. No, where's the group?
Yeah.
This is them. This is them.
Before we meet them, though, I think we should talk about the story beat that I think Matt tried or was going to pursue with Tiberius. That
I wasn't
never
sure.
Comes to fruition.
I wasn't sure if that was when they had the group or before they had the group, but you're right, it is before.
That was before, yeah. Everyone's sitting at the table. So later in the episodes, in later episodes, guest stars will walk on.
That's okay, so that's why I was thinking they were already there for this. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, so they are going shopping, just pre-game shopping, I guess, because they go shopping technically twice.
They shop, pre-shop.
But
they pre-shop.
So this pre-shopping, and we find a hag that was brought on pre-stream. They knew who she was. And well, they knew her sister, apparently. Yeah. They almost took her for her sister.
This was like the first time that we've seen like truly how Marisha is the note taker, because they're like, you recognize, she's like, wait a minute, and like furiously
keep going, but I'm gonna find the name.
And then find it. And then she says the name, like, oh, that's my sister, flip, 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 and then had the right name. I was like, you go, girl, that's me. That's me. Same.
But I think it's cool that I mean, the plan was, I think, to pursue this storyline with Tiberius. If you've been watching us for a bit, you know that doesn't continue, and we're getting up there. I think we're 8 episodes away.
Yeah, not very far away.
We're getting.
So, just something I thought was interesting. That clearly at this point Matt had planned on using this as a storyline going forward. Yeah,
because the hag even said, I'm not up for giving more than one quest at a time. One is more than enough, when he was talking about trying to find these certain items. And then Vax got a really gnarly poison for a favor at some point to repay. I
don't know what that's like. I don't understand that concept.
Oh yeah, here
a player character making a decision like that. I don't know what that's about. I've never done that. I would never do that.
Okay, I have ridiculous. To now have you zoomed in as it's like it's Eric's face.
Nan Foodle made a deal for knowledge. He got a book and he raised his intelligence score by 2, but I don't know what the favor was going to be.
Yeah, I guess we never got there.
We never got there.
It's something. It's something. I love my hag deals. I freely and willingly love making hag deals as the hag.
Right. Yeah.
You got really smart. It was great. It totally didn't backfire.
He didn't even hesitate.
Not at all.
He just did it.
Meanwhile, Rogar wouldn't even talk to her.
I know Rogar.
Yeah,
Rogar wouldn't even. This is Madam Ava, by the way. Everybody, we're talking about my Curse of Strahd game. Yeah. But I love how Matt portrayed them. Like, he made the hag so creepy in like the best way possible, and I love how this group was just so nonchalant about it. Like, oh yeah, we know this. This is fine. We talk to hags all the time, guys.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, all I can think is season 2 with the cupcake hag. And I'm just like,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if anything comes from the hag. I don't remember if Vax had to repay for that like super ultra caustic stuff he got or not.
I, having watched this campaign a couple of times, I don't recall it ever coming back.
Does he use the poison?
I don't know.
Even?
I wonder if he has the
Does he use it with a dagger?
venom daggers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he just coats them with that.
I thought that had its own
I don't
poison,
know.
though. I thought that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll
if you know, post down below.
Yeah.
Tell us. Use the fingies. But it is so funny with so many things that don't carry on later in the campaign. There is something in this that does carry on very much future episodes. The word that Doug mispronounced, which we'll talk about later. Rakshasa.
You did it.
Yes, I did it that time.
So good. Do we need to?
Because I slowed down and took my time.
Do you want to say it and I'll dub over you?
No.
Oh my gosh. No, you need to do it. You need to dub over it. So whenever he reads it, it's just your voice that comes through.
Your voice comes up.
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa. It's
Rakshasa.
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 See, that's the problem.
We need Sean Connery to come say
Rakshasa.
Guys, we have to get to them finding out what a Rakshasa is.
We're not even there yet.
This time, they were actually given like the decree of their orders, and Marisha got to read it. Versus last time, it was just like, "Hey guys, this is what you do." And she's got this whole thing, and I love she's reading through that. And I think it's Wil Wheaton is like, "Can you go a little faster? Can you read? Come on." And then like I think someone else takes it, and they're like, "You're gonna read it at the same pace," like setting this like just cantankerous, cranky group.
Oh, he was so good.
And they're given a Rakshasa, and all of them are like
Rakshasa,
which is just it's a little devil guy with his hands that go this way.
They do jazz hands.
They go backwards.
Lion head.
With
lion head.
Tiger
head.
Yes.
Tiger head.
Yes. Yeah.
Guys, we're off to a great start today.
Listen, it's not as unhinged as last week. So
last week, if you watched last week, you understand. Table Talk After Dark. It's happening again.
Oh,
I can feel it in my bones. But they have to get their Rakshasa, and they're big mad that they are given like 0 intel on this, and they have to find it themselves.
But Cash with the win with the locate creature, right off the bat, the bat, he's that way.
At least 1,000 yards that way.
Yeah,
I love it because he's like, "Can I do this? I'd like to. How does this work?" He's like, "He casts a spell. That's what I do." So I wonder how new of a player he was as well. If he's asking, "How can I do these spells? How can I play that?" and whatnot.
Brand new, guaranteed brand new. Especially considering next week when we get into a little undead situation, Matt kind of spoon feeding him what he needs to do.
Yeah.
True.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
And Will is experienced with TTRPGs, just not D&D. Or at least not this version of D&D.
Well,
let's talk about the dice curse.
The dice curse. I actually pulled up. Somebody made a graph of all of his rolls in that he did in this game and what the numbers were for his time in the Trial of Take. So I think this might be combined over the 2 episodes. But would you like to know what his average roll was out of all of the?
All right, guess. Price is Right rules. I'm guessing 7.
I'm gonna say 9.
7.
Yes.
So he had a couple big ones.
I
just thought it would be enough.
He had one natural 20.
Yeah, one natural 20.
But he rolled 10 natural ones.
Yeah,
that's insane.
7 twos, 4 threes, 4 fours, 1 5. Then he rolled 5 sixes. And then the next one that he had a big number on was 9. He rolled 4 9s. And then after that, it's all like 0. He never rolled a 10. Never rolled a 10 once. Never rolled a 16. Though he did roll 2 19s. But I think Matt at one point said, like, this isn't a myth, like a curse anymore. Like, this is mythic. I think he said at one point with how bad it was, but he was like, guys, don't worry, it's fine. And then didn't he open with like a natural 1 or like a 2 or something with his first roll?
No, his first roll was actually not bad. His very first roll was a perception check. He said, where do I need to go?
Wasn't it 18?
Yeah, it was something high, like 18 or 19.
It wasn't the die roll was 18, but with his...
Oh, it was passive perception. Yeah. That's why. That's why it was good. Uh-huh. You can have a high passive. I think he asked if this is my passive because he didn't roll. He also rolled off the table a lot.
Yeah.
His dice went crazy.
And he warned Liam right off the bat. He's like, all right, Liam, I am going to apologize for anything that happens to any of your dice being this close to me. Mm-hmm. You might want to throw them all out after something like that. It was pretty good.
I love the camaraderie that those two had. Like you can see it in the episode. Liam's looking over and he's like,
if we talk about seating arrangements, I was genuinely surprised that Tiberius did not have one of the regular players next to him. That he did not have Marisha next to him. That he was on his own, and then he was sat next to Will Friedle. Yeah. That was surprising to me. I don't know. Just because he's had so many people watching over him as of late.
I think Liam was from across the other table. There are definitely some looks and some...
There were comments.
There definitely... Liam was not holding
Liam
back.
has the best comment later on.
Yeah.
But I was just genuinely surprised that there wasn't one directly next to him. Now, I know with the way that the table is angled, I think they're like catty-cornered to each other. Yeah. And so he is close. It's just... The illusion of movie magic. They're above and below each other, guys.
So Eric's right here beside me in his own little space, and Connie's on the other side of me in her own little space. We're all in the same studio right now.
It's supposed to be me.
No, I'm not talking about video spaces. I'm talking about literal physical spaces. We're all really in the same room.
Hi, Doug.
This is just movie magic to make it look like we're miles away from each other. Don't be fooled.
Oh my God.
We're not right.
Were we ever?
Oh, wait. I was off the cue card on that one. Let me fuck up.
This is allowed to be...
Everything's scripted, right?
This is allowed to be scripted. D&D is not. I wish this was scripted. We could do so much better.
No, we'd lose.
We would not have as much fun. It would not be as much fun if it was scripted. The one thing I have to read is the worst part of the show.
You just insulted the writers. All right, way to be done.
I wrote it.
He is the writer. He said his favorite humor is self-deprecating. Did you not just?
I wrote the intro.
To him saying that, Eric.
You're trying to get me to go off script. Stop it.
Almost had him. Next time.
So close.
Foiled again.
Guys, I'll just be the Robin Williams. You know I'm gonna go off script. I don't do script. I'll do it once, but I'm gonna improv. That's what I do.
Okay, back to the episode. Where are we going?
So where are we at? Wil Wheaton Dice Curse.
Dice Curse.
Full effect.
And they have the ping 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 into the town.
Yes.
And
we're in the town.
Run off, and we're going through the city streets, and they're like, who do we ask? and then somehow
Vax.
decided they were going to get potions while trying to do this, right?
Was it before?
Was this before or after? Because Vax was trying to ask people, and we got thrown our first, like, this is a creepy temple over here, guys.
I think it was the potions first.
Potions first.
Because they talked about...
oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how to get potions, you know, how are we going to be on healing, things like that.
Get them through the clergy.
They found out that the bastions in the town they're probably likely the ones that have the potions.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they might fall off a bastion or, you know, can find them in their person. So,
yes.
Wil Wheaton, or I guess Thorbir, sets up Liam to be his roguey self.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't
rolls
get
a
to
31
see...
stealth.
We don't get to see... Liam does not... He's a rogue, obviously, but doesn't do the classic rogue, like, stealing from people thing very often.
But he does this time.
Oh, he really does
very
this
successfully.
time. Yes.
Very successfully.
Oh, God. That was when they decided they needed to question the bastions, because first they stopped at a booth, right, to ask people, like, have you seen any weird things going on in the town? What's going on? They're trying to follow leaves. They know that the Rakshasha went that away. And then now the spell is technically supposed to last for 10 minutes. Locate creature. I've cast it a lot as a cleric. Matt had it like give a ping and then be gone. You're supposed to kind of be able to use it like echolocation and follow like the trail. And just told them it was in that general direction, right? And they start going into like the weird districts of town with like Mardi Gras party central city of the Raven Queen, where all the dead people are. But that's where the party is. You know, that's where all the goths are. They do hang out in the graveyard. It's valid. But they talk to like a mask salesman lady. And she's the first one that gives them info of like weird comings and goings in town. I did think Marisha was really smart when they were talking to this vendor, because she asked them if there were any tiger masks. Because that could have been a way that somebody could have a mask over their face and look like the Rakshasha, or the Rakshasha could have a tiger mask over their tiger face, and it would be easy to blend in with the crowd, except for the hands. The hands are an issue, but the Rakshasha did not do that. But I thought it was smart. I was like, oh, that's really smart. Like asking those questions and think of those things. But that's when they find out to like talk to the bastions. And also, what's his name? No, not Kashaw. Thorbir. Thorbir is like, oh yeah, we should talk to the bastions. And then he's like, give him money, we'll pay them. And because he's like, they're severely underpaid.
Yeah.
I love that Wil Friedle may not know how to play the game, but he is very comfortable just making stuff up. And like, nowhere did Matt say, I think Matt actually said they volunteered.
Yeah.
Or they're volunteers. And he's like, they're severely underpaid, and just like make something up for everyone to go off of.
Yeah.
And he's just BSing, but like, I love it. I also love Liam. He's like, I'm going to grab the next person that walks by. Doesn't ask who's around. And you see him do that a couple times in the rest of the thing when he's like, hey, old man, come here. And he forces Matt to create a character.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna talk to this weirdo. The next weirdo I see, you come here. And then he says, I'm gonna take this serpent mask that's on the wall. I'm gonna take that. Just comes up with his own. Yeah. Which is great, because that's something that Matt doesn't have to come up with. He doesn't have to say, well, make a perception check to see if there's a serpent mask. You know, you just roll with it and go with it and have fun.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna do that next game, Eric.
Go for it. I would love for you guys to just, as long as it's not outrageous, go for it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, it was going to be outrageous, but okay, that's fine. I'll tone it down.
I mean, like, as long as you're not like, oh yeah, I found 3
a bag of holding that I went to visit my brother with.
Yeah.
Or like, 37 diamonds. I don't know where they came from, but here they are. things like
It's
that.
flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless diamond.
Flawless diamonds. But you could find one flawless diamond, right? That's not a problem. Yeah, you said 37 is the problem. Could I find 36? What's the threshold?
What is the threshold for over the top?
This is why
Is
you're the
it
problem.
one flawless diamond, or is it 5, or is it no flaw? Is it a class like grade D with like internal flaws diamond? Like
You find all the diamonds you want, and they turn out to be ice. I'm sorry.
oh, I mean they do call diamonds ice, so technically,
There you go.
I'll put them in my bag of colding and I'll open it later, and it'll just be like the raccoons that put the cotton candy in the water to wash it and pull it out. Just there's nothing, it's just water.
So yes, we move on from the mask store. Get a little little taste of Thorbir's life
Backstory. Yep.
and backstory by buying
Which is that
child's
a
mask.
character that he uses frequently? Like,
I
is
don't
that
know.
his?
They're well thought out.
Yeah. I mean, he had a very good description. I love how he was like, he's got the dwarven runes in his braids, and on this one, it's a
Very offensive.
very very offensive curse word in dwarven, and this one it's a much more offensive.
And I love that he didn't say what the offensive
didn't say
word
what
was.
they were, right.
So you can imagine what they are, which I think makes it that much better.
Yeah, for sure.
But we do find out from the masked person that like people have been dying and going missing
Yes.
in the time, which is like the whole hook of what's happening. And that's when they're like, we should talk to the Bastions.
And I think this is where my mind went. It started to feel like a black and white noir film investigating the deaths and going to the Velvet Cabaret.
Oh
And
my
it was
God,
It was very
yes.
like sophisticated and it had this like feel to it. And I'm like, man, this would make a great black and white movie. This story. This would be the best, it just had that feel.
What an opposite feel of the
Yes.
other table.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that like, it's so cool how different these two things were. It's not, they didn't go into the woods again. Like this was very, very urban encounter where they had to investigate, and where the other group is just, you're going monster hunting. And that's all there is to it.
That's it.
And you're doing all the typical monster hunting things. So
There were comments on the video that made me laugh so loud. They're like, "Oh, I'm sure they're probably doing really fine." Cuts to Percy getting smashed by a dragon tail. Meanwhile, Keyleth is sitting there sipping champagne, and they're all like, "Oh, it's a
They're all
great
dressed
time."
up.
Meanwhile, people are dying left and right. like saying what's happening at parallel times, because it was, and it's so funny when you like juxtaposition them together. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
it was so good. But they talked to the Bastions, and one of them was relieving themselves on the wall, and that's
Very
I believe
sophisticated.
Well, I love that. I think it was. What was it? I think it was Thorbir. That's like, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with yourself,
Oh, no,
and
it
the
was
whole
Cash.
table
Yeah,
was
that was
Cash.
Cash.
Yeah,
It was
Cash, yeah.
And the whole table lost it. And then like Matt had the guard get like, oh no, and
Official
got him.
business. Maybe
But-
there was some graffiti on the wall.
Their conversation, I don't think could have gone any worse. It was.
Oh, I mean, it because Will rolled horribly. That's why.
Every time. And
Yeah.
like it was so funny. He'd roll and he would celebrate, and they're like, "Oh, what'd you get?" He's like, "It's a one."
That's
Well, I don't
what
think
his
it helped.
attitude. His attitude towards the dice rolls, like,
Oh yeah.
he still has fun with it. Like he wants
Well,
to
you
do well
have
and
to
wants to
at
do
that
cool
point.
things, right?
You
Yeah.
have to love playing the
If
game.
if you're
just-
cursed by an ancient deity,
Yeah.
then you just need to get over it.
You embrace it.
Well, I think in order for a Taliesin Jaffe to exist, there needs to be a Wil Wheaton to exist.
Well, I think-
because
Yeah, he references that. He's like, there is a person on the other side of the planet that is only rolling 17 and up. So I have to balance it or
Taliesin.
the world explodes.
And it's Taliesin. It is Taliesin.
I think, starting off with 4 gold might have been a bad choice too.
That's
I don't
a
know
lot.
if Matt changes DCs based on the initial, but the guy would have been like, come on, you can do better than that. And he rolled poorly and then had to do better than that. So
And
I don't know if that made any factor, but
then being like, but now you're making it look like I'm taking a bribe. And like, now they're giving them too much money. But then Vax comes in and reclaims the funds. Isn't that when
he at least gets,
or did he pickpockets
potions.
one of them? Okay,
He does. He definitely pickpockets one of them. I don't know that. Did we ever discover what he got?
I thought it was potions.
Might have been potions.
Pretty sure
because I think the Bastions had potions.
That was the whole point. That's what he was trying to, or what they talked about, and what he was trying to get. But, yeah, that's when he rolled his 31 stealth, and Matt's like, "I'm not even going to roll."
Yes.
Like, it's not often. It really is true about he doesn't pickpocket people often. But I'm going to be honest. I don't play my rogue as somebody that pickpockets people a lot either.
Oh, you don't? A rogue that doesn't pickpocket? Huh.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eric. Let's not. So anyway, then after
him.
And then
shame.
We're moving on. Oops, all Pims is coming. I'm telling you, you're gonna get it.
Get it.
I will give you all the Pim all the time.
All Pim all the time. We'll each play a Pim twice, so we'll play 4 Pims just by you and myself.
Yes,
great.
And we're all going to pickpocket and backstab and just create all the chaos. That we want to. All for you.
And then your enemy is going to be Caladan, Leodon.
Oh, I can take him.
I'm going to take the turtle. Take the turtle!
Tim could take him.
Cal is my
he's not the
my
turtle.
bard.
I thought the turtle was a bard.
No.
Oh, no, he's the necromancer lich, right?
He's a good lich. He's a good lich. He's
not a good lich. I thought I could play a good lich, and didn't work out well for Radona.
I'm reading through to see what we found.
But so we find out that we need to go to the cabaret.
Yes.
After all that, they go through, they explain that there's been some murders is happening to high-end people, and they have to make their way to the Velvet Cabaret. And they come up with a plan on how they're going to approach this situation.
Which is shopping times 2!
Yeah.
Though
shopping montage.
I kind of low-key love like watching back on this now, knowing when Liam is suggesting like, well, I'm gonna need a wife, I'm gonna need a partner, someone, do you want to be would you like to be my wife? And and Keyleth's like, yeah, I'll be your wife. And I'm like,
how much of that was on purpose?
Mm-hmm. And then I love Matt later saying, oh, you follow your wife. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
About his girlfriend at the time. And I love how they're picking out all these different names and like going with these fancy, like schmancy names. And they're picking out a name for her. It's like, I'm going to be Scanlan Shorthalt. She's like, what the fuck? Why are you Scanlan?
Yeah, because she was going to be Vex.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, that'd be too weird.
Yeah.
And then he picks Scanlan.
Yep.
Okay, it's his sister though.
I know, and that right. There was legitimate reason why that was weird, but yeah.
I also love that he says that's the name of my sister. Oh, you have a sister? Yeah, she's my twin. What does she look like? Points at his face. Oh, what's she like? Oh, she's really nice. Oh, that's what they say about all the ugly ones.
He's quick-witted. I love him, and I mean, I think I said this before. He's my favorite character in Boy Meets World.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, it continues here.
It's so good.
Great in Batman Beyond.
But they get some schmancy clothes to look like the highfalutin peoples that they need to be to get into this club.
If only
Short
they
halts.
had their fancy cloaks in the bag of holding, they wouldn't have to have
That's right.
go shopping.
And Tiberius becomes a half elf as well
Yeah.
to match the look.
Again, using forbidden magic in a town where he's been chastised time and time again. Though he did actually later explain, like, he had a good reasoning for it, of saying how people don't take kindly to red dragonborns, because Matt has made it very evident that if you are chromatic, people assume you're evil, and then if you are metallic, that you are good, based upon the deities. So for once, he actually made a point.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that, but he did. But they get into the cabaret. And it's schmancy.
It is very, very fancy.
It takes a little bit to get in, though.
Well, they don't just get in, but they get to the cabaret.
Yes,
and
they have the what was her name from the Slayer's Take?
She was the one that was in the fighting pit as well.
That Grog was enamored with.
She was a part-time guard at the door, like the security.
Yeah, so they stop them at the door. Then they meet Hosen.
Mm-hmm.
And he lets them in. He's a dwarf and takes them to meet the owner. And then they throw out all their BS backstory, and he doesn't go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, as much as the conversation, I felt like it was going well.
I think so.
But then, as any conversation goes in D&D, it eventually ends up in a fight. And then that's exactly what happens. There was some threatening that happens. And we realize, I think everyone assumed that the owner was the Rakshasa.
They did.
Yeah. But we see a dwarf that we had just met looking in the door, and them realizing, oh shoot, it was him.
Yep.
It was Agatha all along.
And Wil Wheaton makes a very, very fitting comment about the Yakety Yak song.
He does.
In a little bit, but it actually applied from this moment on till that moment, because it was just chaos for a period of time.
I do love that before we get to the dwarf, they're trying to have this conversation, and it was painful, them trying to talk to the owner, like, oh, we have things we can help you with, we want to do these things. They're like, you're asking me all these things and offering me nothing in return. To Matt's credit, they kind of were. And every role that they made just got worse and worse and worse, until finally he's like, okay, you're hiding things from me, which brought about Orion changing Tiberius to be the Dragonborn and saying, well, actually, hi, I'm Tiberius Stormwind, and then goes on his whole tirade. If he could just play like that character, it'd be so good.
Yeah.
Because he was funny like that, but he's not. And they start like unraveling their secrets, the things they're hiding, and that kind of finally wins over his, like, I don't even know if acceptance is the word of them, but at least we'll now tolerate and speak with them and try to give them information on like what's going on, but the deaths and these people that are going, and they're rolled up in like, were they rolled up in things? Weren't they finding
blankets
and like
cloth.
blankets?
Yeah.
And finding people, and it's just weird. And that's when they see the little dwarf kind of peeking in on them.
Mm-hmm.
And thus begins the chase sequence.
Yep.
And run
Cue music.
they do. Yeah, right? Like, we need
100%.
the Benny Hall
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
as they are.
Yeah.
It's something. Them trying to run through this place, and they're having a hard time keeping track of this little.
Well, Keyleth turns into
When did turn into something fast? She said,
some kind of
And
small,
turn into a mouse. I think it
mouse.
was.
Yeah,
maybe a mouse.
yeah.
Tiberius does some sort of fly, and they're out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other two are like, the other three, I guess, at that point, not really sure exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Tiberius changes his back to Tiberius and creates a sphere of silence, so the guy
He
can't
does
cast
silence.
anything.
Yeah.
And it was good in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but then
Right.
they didn't drop it soon enough, and so
Nope.
there was all these like conversations that almost happened, but nobody could hear
Right.
anything coming out of it. Yeah,
We'll give him credit that he did turn into a Hosen
yes,
Mhm.
and ended
got
up
the guards.
Yeah, he got the
Yeah.
guards to back off so that they could investigate the room without issue.
Yeah.
The guards weren't up there, but
Mhm.
that was a good play on his part.
And
It was-
Thorbir
Yep.
buried his axe in the wall behind the door.
He rolled a natural. It's like,
'Cause he
what
rolled a
damage do I
one.
take from dropping this on my foot? Like,
some
I love
reason,
that he just, every time he rolled horribly and he critically failed, it's like, so what did I do? Oh, I forgot that, like, when he's trying to do a history check on the name, he acted like completely like he forgot it. And then when they started up for the second half, he's like, that's the name. Like, I love that he carried that on. But they pursue, and they go after this dwarf, because I don't think that the dwarf has actually shown that it's a Rakshasa yet. Rakshasa. Rakshasa. It's running around. I don't know. Guys, we're really great storytellers today. I'm so sorry.
And Vax was great. Like he's when Matt described the room and the bed and the fabric kind of like moved, he immediately went up and just stabbed through it. And it was like, oh. And then he starts checking the ceiling.
Mhm.
Oh. And then was it Kashaw?
It was
Who noticed?
no. It was it. I think it was Thorbir.
Thorbir
I
that
think
went
it's
to the
Thorbir,
rug.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that-
Thorbir. He went to the rug and lifted it to see what was under it. And there was nothing there. But Matt gave him the clue that because he rolled well enough this time that he saw something under the bed.
Something's under the bed. I love he's like,
Uh-oh.
you're close. It was very much like the hot cold game of like,
Yeah.
the ceiling. No, you're cold. The rug, you're getting warmer. It's under the bed.
How much do you think that Matt gave Will because he felt bad?
Oh, a lot.
They may
I
have
was thinking
searched
the
that
same thing.
room.
Because he didn't ask for it, I think is
Right.
why.
Yeah. Like Laura would have been like, don't I get advantage because and come up with some
Emo.
cockamamie
Dwarves are my
reason.
favorite terrain.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's like, I get disadvantage on this, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh man. But they go under the bed, but isn't like under the bed trapped?
No,
Or, like,
it was just Liam. Liam
fall-
reached in, and if he hadn't rolled as well as he did, he would have fallen.
That was it.
He caught himself at
He
the edge
nearly
of
got
the
hurt.
hole. Yeah.
But they go down the hole. But I love that he's like, I'm going to take off my fancy clothes and I'm going to put on my cloak of elven kind. And then Keyleth starts picking his stuff and putting it back in the bag. And then Thorbir and Kashaw's like, is she really picking up his clothes? Is his wife really picking up his clothes? Is she always like this? She's like, well, you never know when we might need them again. Like, I loved the banter of like, we got to chase it. She's like, hold on, let me clean up. As like, as a mom, I love that so much because I've been there. Guys, hold on. We could need these socks for later.
This is why I have a box of cords in my room.
Right.
You always pick up the extra cords because you might need them later.
I think that is just something that people of our age do. Like at first we kept
Oh, yes.
boxes because like, this is a nice box. Yeah, I don't know when you're going to need a really nice box, but this is a good box. and now it's like, oh, that's a good cord. Oh, well, have I used a VGA cable lately? No, but the moment I throw it away, I'm going to need that VGA cable.
100%. I need that cord for the Super Nintendo that I used to have when I was 7. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. But the moment I throw that cord away, I'm going to find the one thing in my home that's been sitting here for 15 years that came out of I need that. No cord.
So we're in the sewers.
in the tunnel, at least.
Well, the tunnel's at first. We don't know that there's sewers just yet.
Right.
Because
that's the.
I do love as they're going down this tunnel and they're following it and you're watching like the teeny little map that they're on and you're like, that's a narrow tunnel that they're on. And then they're like moving things around and they trigger the trap and they have their moment where it's like the Indiana Jones big ball is chasing the moment. But I love how genuinely excited all they're like, is it happening? It's happening! It's happening! Like, especially Marisha was so excited. I mean, as a player, like, would I hate it? Yes. But would I also love it? Yes.
Of course.
But they run away from it. And the party ends up kind of getting split up a little bit because people are able to go faster than others. Right? Like,
yeah. Tiberius didn't use his action to dash. He tried to cast slow on the boulder, which was a good thought, but apparently doesn't apply to boulders.
Which is where we get the quote of the century from Liam, where he goes, I'm Tiberius Storm Movement. I'm going to cast every single one of my actions right now for the next 10 minutes in this very moment. It was something to that extent.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm going to cast every single one of my actions right now. Right now. And I was like,
yeah.
Tiberius took that really well, or Orion took that way better than I thought he would. Yeah, he kind of, I like to do lots of things.
It's like it was.
I think this episode he takes things well, and next episode, Vax is no longer the cranky one. It is Tiberius.
Yes.
He is in a mood.
Well, he sets himself up for that, though.
It's one of those, like, if he could be this player that he's at the table today, all the time, it would have been great. Because I think this is one of the few episodes where he doesn't really prove problematic. Did he do some things that were great? Yeah. Did he do some things that were, like, not great? Yeah. But, like, that's everybody at a table. But, like, he was a decent person, and he took jokes that were about himself that were like the dig, but it was true, but it was really funny because it was true, I wish he could be like that all the time, but unfortunately he had a lot of other things going on that made it so that he wouldn't be like that. It's just disappointing.
Yeah.
But anywho, it smells really bad here. It smells really bad. Matt was talking about all the fumes in the sewers, but like doesn't outright say that it's the sewers. Right. But like the way that he describes it, I think made it like a million times worse.
Yeah.
It was real bad. It was real bad. And I love how they all end up landing in like, I thought the way that he described it, that they were landing, and maybe I haven't watched ahead, and it's been a minute since I've watched these episodes, that it sounded like they were landing in a slime or something, like with the way that he described like the vegetation and the ooze and the stuff that was all around them.
Yeah.
So I thought that they were immediately following into like a slime or like a pudding or something along those lines. Cause like a black pudding's not scary until you're stuck in a closet with it. And then those things are terrifying. Not talking from personal experience.
Well, I think Kashaw fell first down the slide.
Yeah.
And then Tiberius and Marisha
just went for it.
Woo, let's do it. And they went. And the other two are like probably face palming, like, come on, guys. And they ended up knee deep in
Muck.
everything you could think of that would be in a sewer.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Poop.
Yes. I mean, oh, sorry. Tabletop After Dark. They dropped into a big pile of shit.
Shit. I don't know. Rock Sasha.
Anyway. So yeah, that they were a mess.
They were. And Tiberius tried to prestidigitate them, and Matt's like,
Yeah. You got your faces clean.
Exactly.
Can't get rid of the smell when you're actively sitting in
When
it.
you're actively in said smell.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's when whatever it is begins to
arise.
Yeah, what was that called?
We don't know.
I'm
remember-
staring
Did
at
he
the
give a name?
I don't know that they do this episode. They do.
They don't
he
name
names
it this
next.
episode.
He definitely names it next
Oh, that's right,
episode.
'cause that is the last.
I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'll say
Oh,
Rakshasa every day for the rest of my life. I'm never pronouncing this.
Wait, hold on. Put it in the chat. Put it in our Discord. I'll see if I can pronounce
Hang on,
it. I probably
let me-
can't. Like, let
just wanna see it.
us make fools of ourselves with you.
OTYUGH.
Wait.
Oh yeah. I remember he said it.
OTYUGH.
Yes.
I remember he said it.
Otyug.
God bless you.
Otyug.
Hmm.
Otyug. Otyug. I need to ask my friend Van.
That sounds way too cute for what they're facing.
And Otyug, guys. Otyug.
That's an anime creature right there.
Because it's definitely a yug. Like a yug. Maybe an otyug. Otyug.
Does the Monster Manual have pronunciations?
Let's find out. But my friend Van, I adore them so much. They are a big linguist, and when I was playing in their campaign, everything had an oolong on top of it, like an umlaut, or it had a million different extra vowels and things added in, and so I had to spell everything phonetically in the hopes that I would pronounce it correctly. It was bad. It was real bad. They definitely live up to like giving the person the super complicated name. I was like, man, I love you, but you really live up to this trope.
They don't.
Hold on. Okay,
It's
hold
not
on.
in the player's or the Monster Manual. Well, the monster is, but they don't explain how to say it.
Oitog. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, nope, hold on. Otyug. Oh, I was right.
Otyug?
Otyug.
Otyug?
Otyug.
This is our monster.
Oh yeah.
Otyug.
Which is not what I pictured when he described it.
No, that's not what I got either.
No, Otyug.
So he probably used the stats and kind of flavored it a little differently.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently there are different ways to pronounce it. So you could also pronounce it Ochu.
O2.
Yeah, like O-C-H-U. Ochu.
Ochu.
That does
God
sound
bless
like it. Yes.
Yeah.
God
That's
bless
much more appropriate.
Ochu. But Otyug. If you know how to pronounce it, tag us down below and correct us, please. Because I've always said that I'm a reader, not a sayer, and I tell my players that all the time. Because playing in Curse of Strahd, sometimes you get people with weird names and locations, and I definitely pronounce them incorrectly, and we just roll with it.
Every fantasy setting.
Like, is it I-Z-E-K? Is it Isaac? Is it Isaac? I say Isaac, but it's probably Isaac, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But that's where we leave it. And they were really excited. And of course, that's where you leave them, on a cliffhanger, ready for next week. Bring us all back. That's kind of it.
Times. Yeah.
Gesundheit. Still haven't found the Rakshasa.
Shaza.
Rakshasa.
Shaza.
I think that itself is going to be a clip of every time we say Rakshasa. I'm just going to put that
What's the over-under on the number of times we say?
35.
Shaza.
If you're still watching this and have counted, let us know.
We appreciate you sticking around this long. Thanks for hanging in.
Yeah, we really gave a roundabout telling of this episode where a lot and nothing happened.
Yeah. There was not a lot going on.
It was a lot of investigating.
Yeah.
Just a lot of, like you said, noir.
It had such a cool, mystery, just feel. The vibe was way different than any other episode we've seen so far.
And I'm sure you could tell from the way that we told that it had that vibe to it.
If you follow the mad strings.
Where's the Benny Hill music now?
Guys, I don't know about you two, but I have ADHD. And so my brain just goes with ideas. Yeah. And you've been around me long enough that you just go with it.
Yeah. It works.
We reel you in every once in a while. It's fine.
But
so,
you know what's not confusing to figure out and to learn and to know where to go and the direction to follow? It's where to find us.
Doug.
Tabletop Tether everywhere. Tabletop Tether is found. YouTube.
All your tabletops tethered to Tabletop Tether.
Facebook.
Blue Sky.
Spotify. Blue Sky.
YouTube.
TabletopTether.com. Check us out.
Listen,
find
friends,
us.
We're causing some issues on TikTok.
Yes.
So if you don't follow us on TikTok, come and follow us on TikTok. We're starting some debates.
We're not problematic. We just ask probing questions. Okay.
Just ask the simple question, and Osiris, I love you. Play your game. Don't let anyone tell you you're wrong. However, be gentle.
However, you are wrong.
No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I know you're not. He is
playing a system, and it is awesome. He needs to play that system.
Yeah,
but be gracious to those of us that don't play that system. That's all. It's good. It was a really good conversation because I've learned about the BECMI system. I had no idea anything about that, and that was pretty cool. So someday maybe I'll go back and take a look at it and give it a shot. I learned
Table
something.
Talk After Dark.
That's the best.
Tabletop Tether, bringing people together. That's what we
tether people together. Eric, you missed it. Tabletop Tether, we tether ourselves together. I'm so disappointed.
Wait, are we tethering people to tabletops?
We tether people to
tethering people together at tabletops.
Tethering people
that
to
is
tabletops.
Definitely After Dark.
That's After Dark.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Tethering people to tables sounds a little aggressive, and you called me aggressive.
That's fair.
Listen,
that's
our catchphrase is tethered by dice, decks, and imagination. So
yeah,
we're coming together as friends, kind of. Angrily in the TikToks.
We come together as enemies, and because we are tethered, we learn, like siblings, to just tolerate each other, and eventually, because of Stockholm Syndrome, it becomes love.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a buddy cop film. It's two people chained together that hate each other and then eventually learn to respect each other.
That's how Doug and I became friends.
Yeah. So. Yeah, pretty much.
I just found you both at Target.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi. And you said hello. And that was kind of it. There was no, do I like you? It was, do you want to have hot wings? And that was
inviting you for wings. And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Food. Break bread together. It always brings you together.
Hell yeah.
You always, how can you ever be upset with someone if you're eating dinner with them?
How can you be upset with someone?
That. Don't answer
if you're all signing a waiver to hold the hot wing place. Not responsible for bodily harm, because that's what we bonded over. We're getting a little crazy. We need to stop and end the stream, guys, because we just had a lot of conversations that are not going to end up in here, maybe after dark, but we got to go. We got to go for next week when it's episode 21, guys. What a 20th episode we just had. That was, guys, maybe don't judge us on this episode. Don't judge us on last week either. Love us for what we are and where we are, but just know we get better as we move forward sometimes.
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 I think we're great.
We're always wonderful. We're great. Find us next week for episode 21 of it's just called Trial to Take Part 4.
Part 4. Surprise,
Guys,
surprise.
I'm getting really spoiled with these part 1 through 4.
I was going to say, this is 2 weeks in a row that you got it. Spot
This
on.
is great, guys. This is my weakness. Well, we'll see you then to find out what happens, what the Odiug is, and get the Rakshasha.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Vox Rewatch is an unofficial fan podcast and is not approved or endorsed in any way by Critical Role. Critical Role and all related content are owned by Critical Role Productions. This podcast is for non-commercial, transformative use created under Critical Role's fan content policy. For more info, visit critroll.com.